My name is Andrew Theophilopoulos, concept artist, illustrator, painter, traveler, teacher, who spent at least the last 10, 11 years freelancing for clients like League of Legends, Digital Domain, Sony Animation, pretty much for the most part doing illustrative marketing materials such as the splash art for League of Legends video game or the movie poster you see behind me. We're going to move a little bit beyond and into the future of what a concept artist's technique would be. Instead of drawing that and trying to get the perspective lines right, we're going to be creating a world or a brief and building it in 3D with simple building blocks. So we'll work with characters, we'll work with environments, lighting and camera work, and all of that is supposed to get us to the better place a little bit faster than doing it by hand. So as long as we can learn to create the building blocks of our scene, then it's going to take us to the next level of concept art, where we bring it into Photoshop, or you can paint on iPad, and we'll do the paint over to make it look as polished as it should have, except we had the flexibility at the beginning to move our cameras and our lights around. So this workshop is specifically for all of us out there who don't have the thousands of hours spent learning to draw. There is a shortcut, and I'm going to be producing a lot of techniques that'll help you get past that. Even myself, I've drawn for many thousands of hours, but I'm still not absolutely perfect or the best at it. And that's where 3D comes in. So anyone who has a little bit of I guess, embarrassed feelings about their skills, or maybe they're not super confident about all of those abilities to create a scene from scratch. We're going to use building blocks in a very simple blocky shape to kind of create the base of a structure that we can trace over and turn into a beautiful masterpiece painting in Photoshop or on iPad if you want to paint there as well. The jobs that you'll probably find most are going to be in film, doing visual development, concept art for video games or any sort of commercial work like that, but also personal work. I just finished a commission who wanted a traditional painting, but it was full of concept art techniques. So being able to use 3D to mock up the sketch to get approval. And then I'm not even going into Photoshop. I'm taking this mock-up that I built that has atmosphere and light and camera work. I'm bringing that over onto a canvas. So you could be a concept artist, a visual development artist, or you can be a fine art painter who's just using this as a structure. We're going to be using a free 3D software called Blender, which if you haven't heard of it, you've got to go on YouTube and start watching some tutorials to see the power of it. If you don't have a powerful computer to run it, don't worry, we're going to be supplying all the hardware needed for really nice high-speed abilities in 3D. Blender is completely available for you to download right now on your laptop or your computer so you can start playing with it. So we're going to do half of our class in 3D. We're going to be building a nice little landscape or anything really that you put your mind to, we can create. But the second half is going to be more focused on 2D illustration using that bit. So if you're familiar with Photoshop, we're going to use Photoshop. If you use Procreate, we're going to use that. Or if you like Infinite Painter or Corel Painter or any of these main softwares should all be able to do the same thing.